Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm the UKExpat and on today's episode we're going to be exploring Riga, Latvia.
Good morning, I'm here in Riga, Latvia, my 50th country. Let's go out and explore the city.
I started out by exploring the architecture in the beautiful old town. As I explored Riga, I couldn't help but notice the contrast in the architecture between the more medieval architecture and the architecture stemming from the Soviet era. Fun fact, the Latvian flag is actually one of my favourite flags. I love the contrast of the burgundy on the white stripe.
Behind me, the Latvian Freedom Monument.
I explored the park, loving this duck house. Check out the beautiful autumn colours.
So yeah, so far I'm really impressed with Latvia. It's really nice of a city, Riga. It reminds me in some cases actually of the Czech Republic. You know, it's got the beautiful pastel buildings. It feels Eastern, but not like super Eastern. Like last night, for example, the border guard letting me to the country had these, you know, old school kind of green suit uniforms, and I was like, wow, this is really old school. But like, showing off hair feels really nice.
I was absolutely in love with the colours that the buildings were painted here in Riga, the reds, the oranges, the blues. After this, I headed to the Latvian Central Market. This, fun fact, is Europe's largest market and bazaar. Incredible! Here, I had some delicious Latvian fish soup for my lunch.
Exploring the Latvian Central Market. Let's go get some food.
My second course could be none other than some delicious duck pilmeni, some dumplings.
Great, had some really good dumplings and soup for my lunch, and I'm now washing it off with a good glass of kvass here in Latvia.
After that, it was time for a post-lunch stroll around the city.
So interestingly, it's actually got a lot colder in the day. I might put my hat and my scarf on. I quite like this hat. It's a trapper hat, not real fur. Behind me, you can see the Latvian Powder Tower, which throughout history has served many different purposes. It's been a storage of arms, it's been a watchtower, and it's also been a torture tower. So yeah, exploring Riga.
After having a walk, I decided it was time to head in to Riga Castle.
Exploring the chapel here in Riga Cathedral. Or, excuse me, exploring the chapel here in Riga Castle. There isn't actually that much to see, admittedly, but it's a nice little. It gets dark so early right now. It's just gone 5 p.m. and it's already pitch black. So yeah.
After that, I explored the city at night, admiring the monuments, before heading to get some delicious Latvian food at a local cafe, some sauerkraut, some chicken and some roast potatoes. Following this, I made some friends with some fellas staying at my hostel and we headed out to the bars. This one bar did only one drink, a signature cherry liqueur. Now, that night, must have got back from the bar around 2 in the morning, went to bed. Straight away, fire alarm went off. Drama. Anyhow,
Day 2
next
here in
morning.
Riga, Latvia. Last night was very eventful. So, you know, come back to my hostel around midnight, shower, go to bed. Very standard stuff. Now, oh boy, I'm sleeping, as you'd expect to, around 3 in the morning. Fire alarm goes off. I'm in like the deepest sleep of my entire life. I sleep through probably like 10 minutes of this thing. It's like in my dreams before I wake up. And I say to one of the guys in the hostel, yo, do we need to get out? And he's like as tired as me. He's like, yeah, we need to go out. So sure enough, at like 4 in the morning, we left the hostel. We had to wait like an hour for the fire brigade to arrive to clear the building before we could go back to sleep. Honestly, not really what I was wanting to experience, but you know, sometimes these things when you're traveling is good. So, you know, my flight's at 9:30 tonight, so I'll try and make the most of today. Let's go.
This time I ventured outside of the city centre, taking the time to admire Riga and Latvia's elegance. I tried to get into the KGB museum, only to discover it was shut. So I made a U-turn back to the city centre via some of Latvia and Riga's most incredible architecture and sights. Fortunately, on the way back, I was able to pass through Riga's fantastic Art Nouveau district. Just look at the architecture, look at the sculptures, look at the colours of the buildings, even the balconies are magnificent. Wow!
Behind me, from the architecture, one of the most beautiful streets I've seen in a really long time. Truly magnificent here. I think you call this Art Nouveau architecture or Romanesque architecture. It's truly incredible. I'm here in the Art Nouveau district of Riga. Truly magnificent architecture behind me. Really enjoying the city. Shame about the KGB exhibition, so I went up there hoping to get in to do something different, you know, rather than just architecture and churches and the standard stuff. But sadly, it was closed. So that was that type of plan B, and here I am enjoying this district of Riga. Oh, I love how over here behind me we got really beautiful architecture. Over here behind me we got an entire street of beautiful pastel Art Nouveau buildings. And then over here we have a nice bit of brutalism. Latvia in a nutshell.
I then made my way to the Latvian War Museum, found on this historic and beautiful street. Here, you could see artifacts from Latvian history, and there's even a photograph of my home island here, Tobago. After this, I headed back to the Cat House. This building, constructed at the turn of the 20th century, is in the Art Nouveau style, although it attempted to mock some aspects of the medieval style.
So behind me is the cat house, the famous cat house of Riga Latvia. If
see there's two cat sculptures behind me that were placed by a famous merchant. Apparently, he tried to apply to be a member of some of the famous guilds of Riga, but he was rejected, and so he placed those two cat statues with their backsides showing at the guild. Behind me, the Blackheads Monument, which contains the museum to the occupation of Latvia. It's coming up to the end of Sunday, and I'll shortly have to be dashing off to get my flight at 9:30 tonight. But we'll see if we can check things out.
The House of the Blackheads was an absolutely magnificent building. It was originally built in the 14th century, and it was a guild for unmarried merchants and ship owners. This guild was named after Saint Maurice. And here we see the crest of Saint Maurice. Pretty magnificent, eh?
Exploring the Blackheads Museum here in Riga Latvia. Now, unlike a lot of museums, palaces where you just have to walk by, you can actually sit down in the chairs and chill out, which is pretty cool. Magnificent, eh?
After this, I headed for one final delicious Latvian meal at the Lido Diner. I had some plov, some delicious Latvian cake, and some kvass.
And this is exactly what I like in a restaurant. Low prices, good food, easy time, no BS. It's incredible. And that's all for this adventure. I really loved Latvia, and to show you how much I loved it, you can actually see the Latvian flag reflected on the building behind me. It's truly been a pleasure. If you enjoy my content on YouTube, hit that like and subscribe button. It means so much to me. Peace out.